Troy Dressler tonight.
The 0-1 smashed into left. Dalton Wentz towards the wall. Kiss it goodbye. See if he can make it count here. The 2-2, Garrity takes off for second. This one is belted down the left field line, down for a hit. So far today off a walk in the fourth. 2-1, smashed into right. Delamalier going back, it's off the wall. Sam Harris with his first extra base hit this summer, and what a time to get it. Bottom of the eighth, tie ball game with one out. A double off the wall from the Virginia transfer.
Now, this is the time to go. 1, 2, and 3 do upset the table for the rest of the guys to start scoring some runs.
2-strike pitch. Push the other way into left, and over the head of Jake Coonan, it's going to roll back towards the wall. Magpok takes off for second. He's on his way to third. Here comes the throw. Magpok slides. He's safe. A runner in scoring position. He's got 13 RBIs this summer in 23 games. But this past year at school at Florida, 61 RBIs in 60 games played. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball left side of the infield, gets past Foltz. Marsh hauls it in the outfield grass, but that's going to bring home Magpok from third. An RBI single from Brendan Lawson. Add that to his tally.
You open the game with the opening tally in the first.
First pitch to Colin Priest, belted to right, and what a catch! Ryan Garrity put that on SportsCenter. Are you kidding me?
Like Garrity.
Garrity for the fourth time today steps up to the plate. First pitch drilled down the right field line, drops all the way back at the wall. Marsh comes in to score. Brini right behind him. And here comes Foltz rounding past third. He's into home. The throw to third. It gets past the third baseman, Mikalakis. A triple from Ryan Garrity. That plates 3. Brini 0 for 1 today. The 1-0. This one's cracked down the right field line. Newstrom back towards the wall. Kiss it goodbye. Nico Brini. From the right side, Brini on third, 2 outs. Bottom of the 10th. First pitch. Hard hit, ground ball, it gets through! An RBI single from Matt Conti wins the game for the Mariners. Bottom of the third here in Harwich, and the Mariners up 2-0 over the Whitecaps. We welcome you back on Cape League TV. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Duncan Marston, the starting pitcher for the Whitecaps, in the first frame gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, left 2 stranded. The Mariners really had a good start to this game in terms of offense, but in the second frame, a 1-2-3 defensive performance by the Whitecaps. Luke, what did you see differently in that approach from Marston from the first inning to the second?
To be quite honest, Gino, nothing, and that's a good thing. He threw a lot of first pitch strikes in the first inning. He got ahead. He quickly had 2 outs.
Here's the first pitch to the righty, Tanner Marsh. Fastball on the outer edge for strike 1, 92 from Marston.
And from that point on, he gave up the hit to Garrity. He stole a bag, the extra base hit to Conti, and then he started getting picky.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's when he lost Coonan, then tried to get back on Foltz, and simply it was just the Mariners putting bat on ball. Folt's hit was loud. Conti's all the way back to the wall in right field.
Trying to put away Marsh here, the 0-2. Inside at the knees. Ball 1.
And that's the best part about a league like this. It's the best of the best on the best of the best. Sometimes good pitching will win. Sometimes good hitting is just better.
1-2 pitch misses right at the face of Marsh.
And when Brian Del Rosso, the pitching coach, went out to talk to Duncan Marston, I would have to assume it's something similar. You're our ace for a reason. We put you here. Don't give up on your stuff now just because of a rocky first inning. And that's exactly what he did to put the Mariners down in order in the second.
The 2-2. Inside again. Ball 3. So right now, Marston about to lose Marsh here in this at-bat. Trying to right the ship. Kicks and fires the payoff. Hard hit ground ball into left field. A base hit for Tanner Marsh.
Once again, Gino, a well-executed sinker running in
right
on the
fielder
right-handed hitter
from
Marsh,
Northeastern,
and
number
he
3,
turns on
Ryan
it for a base hit.
Garrity.
Got to give Marsh credit there. Waited, chose his pitches, got into a full count, and then timed up the fastball and rips it into left.
Tanner Marsh has been one of the most consistent batters on this team, not only at getting hits, but getting on base. As Ryan Garrity gets that from the left side. Throw back to first. Marsh is back. Marsh with 8 stolen bags this summer. But I want to go back to the numbers in terms of Marsh's average and his on-base percentage. When he first arrived here in Harwich, he reached in each of his first 11 games. Another snap throw back to first. Marsh is back. But his on-base percentage as a whole this summer, a .402, that's the 5th best on the Cape. He can work walks as well. With 20, that's the most on the team, 8th most on the Cape as he takes off for second, pitches low to Garrity, and Marsh is in diving. A stolen bag for Tanner Marsh. That's his 9th this summer. Rising junior out of Liberty. Now leads off of second. 1-0 count to Garrity from the left side. Still no outs. Bottom of the 3rd. The pitch. Fastball hits the inner edge for strike 1.
So these are the situations in the postseason. If Steve Engler wants, he knows Garrity can lay down a bunt. He could potentially bunt Marsh over to third and try and get a runner on third in a one-out situation.
Maddox Mikalakis, the third baseman, plays on the infield grass. The 1-1, a sharp liner foul.
And when we talked to both managers pregame, Steve Engler shared, I love bunting. I do it all the time. You guys know that. Jamie Shevchuk was a little bit different. He said, we haven't really told our guys to do that too much this summer, but in the playoffs, we will.
There's Steve Engler right there in the dugout. Marston kicks and fires the 1-2. A high bouncer down the first base line, and it just tails foul.
A lot of trust, though, for Engler to go to a guy like Garrity who hasn't been in the Cape all summer, and he hits him third, and he got this whole party started.
You're right.
I mean, he's the catalyst. He set the table. 2 outs, nobody on. Looked like the Mariners were going down in order in the first. A hit, a stolen bag, and then everyone else piled on from there.
The 1-2 to Garrity. Sails high and away. But that's what we talked about with the end of the season looming. This was about a week or so ago. A bunch of new faces, including Ryan Garrity, Pat Foltz, who's hitting 6 today. The 2-2 comes home. Misses inside at the feet. Works the count full. And we were wondering to ourselves, is this going to be problematic for the Mariners? And we started asking the coaches, when you have so much turnover, a lot of new faces, and they don't have a lot of time to gel with the teammates, they don't have a lot of time to get set and ready to go in this season. Payoff pitch comes home. Misses inside, ball 4. So Garrity will take his spot on first. Runners on first and second for the Mariners, bottom of the 3rd with still no outs. And here's Matt Conti, who had that RBI double his last time at the plate. But going back to the new guys in town, and we were wondering, is this going to be negative? And then we started to flip it and say, maybe it's going to be a positive, because everybody talks about the drag of summer ball. You're coming off of spring ball at school, then you come here and it's a grind. But if you have guys that want to be here, they're energized, they're ready to go, that can really be contagious and spread through everybody else in the lineup.
And then you pair them with guys like Marsh, with guys like Conti.
That have been here.
That's how you have the ticket to go win this whole thing. And right now, the Mariners are in the process of doing that.
First pitch to Conti, a fastball right over the plate for strike 1. But you can tell, we've talked to a lot of the new guys on this team. Ernie Echeverria not in the lineup today. They're ready to go. They're excited.
And they should be. That's what these managers are so livid about this summer when it comes to guys leaving. Well, I came and played for a week. I'm a top 30 round prospect. My agent shut me down.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to play here and showcase your talent.
The 0-1. Misses low.
And Jamie Shevchik, now in his 10th season with Brewster, said that pregame to us. He said, I'm so tired of him as a manager not being able to coach his ball club. He shared with us that he's on his phone for hours every morning just trying to get kids to come play because of the turnover.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
And that's where his assistant, one of the most winningest coaches in the Cape Cod Baseball League, John Schiffner, has been there to do that heavy work. Steve Englert, he knows the balance. You see so many veteran guys have success year in and year out in control of their ball clubs because they know how to pair. They know who to go get. The Ryan Garrity's of the world. Go get a kid from the Northeast who knows what the Cape means. And he's come here. He's gotten on base twice tonight. He's brought a spark to the Mariners.
The 1-2 to Conti. Popped him up down the right field line. Brendan Lawson, the first baseman, strides in foul territory, and it just drops. Looked like he just couldn't see how close he was to the fence that time. Didn't want to run into anybody. So thankfully, if you're Matt Conti, you get another shot at the plate. 1-2 the count with runners on first and second. Still no outs in the bottom of the third. The Mariners trying to tack on more to this 2-0 lead. Marston in search of his first strikeout this evening. Looks back at second to Marsh, now comes home. Slashed into left, Dalton Wentz rovers to his right and makes the head-high grab. There's one gone in the bottom of the third.
Conti continues to hit the ball hard.
The left fielder
in that situation, his job is to get those runners over. Couldn't get it done, maybe caught a break on the pop-up in foul territory. But the plus side of this whole thing is the Harwich cleanup hitter not only coming into the postseason, but now in the postseason in 2 plate appearance is hitting the ball really hard.
It's a good sign if you're the Mariners. Jake Coonan from the right side. Reached last time at the plate off a walk. A double steal attempt, a high chopper down the third base line, and it's foul. So Garrity and Marsh go back to their previous bases.
Mariners base running attack. When we talked to the first base coach, Kyle Sylvester, he said about 90% of it comes from the opposing pitcher. We run when we think we have an advantage on the delivery time.
The 0-1 to Coonan. Swing and a miss. Last time Coonan was at the plate, went down early but fought back, drew the walk. He was stranded in that frame at third. Quickly down 0-2 in this count. Here's the pitch. Misses low and away. And Duncan Marston, as you've seen so far, you talked about it earlier, Luke, lacking that put-away strikeout stuff. A pitcher that's usually known to pitch to contact. They throw back to second. Marsh is back standing. Marston this summer, 24 innings, has just 17 strikeouts. Tries to add to that tally against Coonan. The 1-2 skips in the dirt, and Tanner Marsh sprinting into third, and he's safely there. Gerald did a nice job with the block, but the ricochet just too far out in front of him for him to catch up to that ball and make a play to third. And Tanner Marsh, you give him the green light, you give him an opening, he's going to show off that speed.
Didn't need a green light there. He just had it in his head. That's rock solid base running. That's being aware, taking a secondary lead in anticipation of something like that. That's a huge advancement. Coonan just needs a fly ball to the outfield.
Throw back to first, Garrity back.
I mean, this is the chance. We talked about this, Gino. To be frank, we manifested this with Jake Coonan. He's going to find himself in situations in the postseason, batting in the middle of the lineup with runners on and in scoring position. See if he can make it count here.
The 2-2, Garrity takes off for second. This one is belted down the left field line, down for a hit. Marsh comes strolling in from third. Garrity rounds past third. He's into home. Jake Coonan, a 2 RBI double in the bottom of the third to make this Mariner lead grow. It's 4-0 Harwich.
Right on cue. Steve Englert trusts Jake Coonan. He's been here all summer. He's been in the RBI department. It's just, will he make it click? Will he bring that power to the postseason? And I think in Game 1 of the East Divisional Series, it's safe to say that Jake's brought it. I mean, what a start for the Mariners tonight, and it looks like that may be it for Marston.
Jamie Shevchak, the skipper for the Whitecaps, looks towards his bullpen, gives the sign, and will take the ball out of Duncan Marston's hand. The Mariners with a hot start in this one. Bottom of the third with just one out. A 2 RBI double from Jake Coonan to bring home Garrity and Marsh. The Mariners really coming out strong in front of the home crowd in the first game of the 2025 playoffs. We'll have the new pitcher for the Whitecaps when we come back on Cape League TV.